After an absolute blockbuster of an event, pun that intended, that was block bumping, we are back here for event 8, or the first half of the inaugural Marvel Olympic season, with another distance-based event. In the name itself, distance drag. Let's see here, it goes all the way to 160 centimeters, and if you fall off the edge there, that just doesn't, count. I doubt we'll see that happen. And also, if you somehow manage to bounce off of the path you used to, come down and get a distance, that also counts as a 0. Hello everyone, I am Evan. You see the current standings there. Arctic Circles, with their 4th medal in the last 5 events, kept the lead and extended it from 0 to 6 ahead of the Coffee Colliders. Volcanic Vindication won the event to jump up to 3rd ahead of the Painty Patrollers after they got 2 goals in a row, and then last. Speaking of the Painty Patrollers, we will start off in the first heat with them with the Green Diamonds, Membrane Madness, and Feline Pupils also in it. And down they go into the funnel. Realistically, getting down first doesn't really matter unless you want to, get pushed forward by a bunch of marbles. But, yeah. Anyways, here come Painty Patrollers. They come down first, followed by the Green Diamonds. Feline Pupils will go by the Diamonds. And what about the Membrane Madness? Here comes Cell. And pushes the Feline Pupils forward, and they actually come back a little bit, but not far enough for them to advance there, as they just about are going to stay ahead of them and advance with the Painty Patrollers. Now, second heat. Coffee Colliders, Rising Sunshines, Amazing Algaes, and Professional Paladins. Coffee Colliders lost their double-digit streak last event, but they still didn't lose that top half streak, and they are now 1 advancement away in this event from going 8 for 8 and getting top half in every event in the first half. And they almost get a 0 for that, but they actually go off the edge, and Amazing Algaes go way too far for either the Paladins or Sunshines to even come close. And get us to be 155.9 rather, is about as far as it gets. And yep, 8 for 8 on top halves complete for them. And now let's see if the Fire Pits with Ash will go 8 for 8 on bottom half finishes here. All they have to do is literally just lose to 2 of these teams, and I mean, given the fact that they have the championship leaders as part of the competition, I'd say they are cooked for sure. And let's see if I am right, as the Arctic Circles, in fact, come down first, go pretty far. Here come the Neptune Ninjas. Alright, here come the Fire Pits. They settle right behind the Ninjas, and what about the Torrential Downpours? They just bump the Arctic Circles. And both of them advance, because at that point, the Circles were beating the other 2 teams that didn't advance. So Triton, a bit surprising there that the Neptune Ninjas are not doing well, and it's not a 1x1 event, but the Fire Pits with Ash, yeah, definitely saw that one coming. And now Erupt, Shade, Window, and Green Balloon in the final heat before we go on to the follow-on rounds, and off they go. Let's see who gets out of the funnel first. Seems like it's going to be the Volcanic Vindication after they won the last event and continue phenomenally living up to their name. And let's see if the captain will deliver here. Yes, they will. Almost going to the complete end. Team Glass and Balloon Rainbows don't even come close, and the Silhouette Squad just split right between them and advance, and Window and Green Balloon do so bad there. I think that is going to be a bottom 3 finish coming for both of them. And yeah, it is. In fact, it's dead last for the Balloon Rainbows, and for the 3rd event in a row, Rising Sunshines get 15th. 4th time in a row that they end up in the bottom 3. Goodness me. And now, Painty Patrollers, Amazing Algaes, Arctic Circles, and Silhouette Squad. 3 top 5 teams in here, and our home teams. This is actually going to be a very entertaining one. Let's see who does actually prevail, and who gets the short stick from this. Silhouette Squad, come down first. Don't go particularly far. Painty Patrollers and Amazing Algaes go skyrocketing past, and Arctic Circles give them a huge hit. Couldn't avoid the collision that time, but it wasn't enough to get Shade past Kelp, and our home team moves on with the Painty Patrollers into the final. In fact, the entire Friction Slow podium was in that semifinal, so that's very interesting. And now, here are the other 4 teams that advanced from the heats in the other semifinal. Let's see who gets the better end of this one, or I suppose which 2 teams will get the better end of this one. And it looks like it's going to be the Coffee Colliders. Yeah, they were poised to come down first, and they took that opportunity, but didn't exactly do anything with it. And, yep, not going to get a huge hit from behind by the last marble. In fact, both them and the Volcanic Vindication are knocked out, so all the top 3 teams are done in the semifinals. And let's see, Volcanic Vindication and Coffee Colliders, for that matter, beat the Arctic Circle, so that is going to be very pivotal for the championship. Unless if Pigment can get the win here, that is going to be very pivotal for who leads the standings, that is for sure. In fact, all those teams, Painty Patrollers are in 4th in the standings, and the rest of the top 5 all bowed out in the semifinals, so that is very interesting. And in fact, they have 3 bottom half teams as their competition here in the finals. Torrential Downpours come down first. Painty Patrollers get by. Amazing Algaes go by both. Can the Feline Pupils go by all 3 and somehow win the event? Yes! They avoid bunching up, and Oculus wins the event in front of Kelp and Pigment, and Rain gets rained on and misses the podium just barely, as the feline pupils, after barely squeaking out their first top half finish, squeak out the victory in distance drag. And yeah, they and the Amazing Algaes are turning it around, that's for sure. Same with the Pinky Patrollers, but that's been going on ever since really Event 3. And they still remain in 4th. The other teams actually only rise up 2 places. And Fire Pit's, goodness gracious, 24 points compared to 45 for 15th. Are you kidding me? Anyways, the top 2 have finally cracked double digits. The next event's triathlon, so I will see you then.